Which one is it? You're going to get rid of one here. Yeah, so I apologize about the wait. But it's been a mess. I just reset my my laptop, and it is back to all factory settings. And I wanted to be all goofy on me. And yeah, all that happy-go-lucky business. And it was no, so now, like I said, it was trying to stream from a streaming app, and I was trying to get it to stream from the webcam, and it wasn't trying to listen to me, and you know how that works. It's always something with this channel, right? Probably I just got to get everybody. What did Carly ever say?
She's at the hospital.
Okay. I did send her anyway, but. It's the only way we're getting anybody right now, so. Yeah. Everybody wants to talk, doo-doo. Everybody wants to talk. Just waiting to see if we get anybody else in here before we get on today's topic. Right now, we're just us in here. We got one more. Well, maybe that's me still again. Who knows? My coffee's way over here, guys. Sorry about that. I gotta get in the middle of this TV screen here. Trisha's trying to cut me out because she's going to do most of the talking today because I almost broke every electronics I had trying to get this to work.
Literally, I mean, he threw his brand new iPad. He threw the laptop.
I tossed it over onto the table. I didn't throw it.
He threw his old tablet. He threw his phone.
Because I couldn't understand why I'm trying to, get this set up. Yeah, I know. What happened was, like I said, Jason, I was trying to set it up. I set it up on my iPad earlier just in case the laptop was acting a fool again because I had to download Windows again and reset the whole computer, and I had to get a USB with a Windows key and do all kinds of things with my laptop. So just in case the laptop wasn't working, I set it up. I scheduled it on the iPad. So when I tried to go into the computer, the laptop to start the live, it wanted me to use OBS or whatever, you know what I mean? It's not just what I was using. So I had to go through and reset the live up on the laptop, redo the thumbnail, redo description, redo title, redo everything just for it to get the laptop to recognize it. So that's my fault. I apologize.
Sure is.
What's that?
Your fault.
No, it's your fault. It's all your fault. You told me to do it.
I didn't tell you to do nothing.
Yes, you did.
No.
I remember correctly. But we're here now, and we are, I don't know why that keeps pausing, but we have a lot to talk about today, I think.
You know him; he can talk forever.
Right, but this is going to be Trisha's day to talk forever. everybody in there that's here now today, like I said, okay, if you're new, if you're not new, which I doubt there's anybody new here yet, but I like to put this on here. We are The Country Called Us. We are a legit budget prep from City to Homestead channel. We'll get into why I say it quite like that in a minute after Trish gets through with her part of her conversation and whatnot. But we are legitimately on a budget trying to move from the city to Homestead, and there's no sponsorships, there's no we bought everything, we paid for everything. But again, we'll get to that in a minute. But Trish wants to talk about some things today. So I'm going to be quiet and let her handle her part of it. And you guys go ahead and enjoy.
Well, don't enjoy or whatever.
Why not?
So today we are going to be talking about what would you call it?
Oh, I call it
meal prep.
Well, shelf-stable meal prep.
Yes, shelf-stable meal prep.
And for those of you who don't understand what shelf-stable is, it means basically that meal prep that you don't have to refrigerate, that I could sit on my shelf for 2 years and pull right off the shelf in a mason jar, vacuum seal, or both mason jar and vacuum sealed. I can pull right off my shelf on the pantry and make it right there. It doesn't have to be refrigerated. It doesn't have to be anything other than cooked. And a lot of it's some of your staples you buy
right, your everyday staples, like your seasonings.
Oh, you have seasonings.
If you rice-a-roni, like those rice-a-roni meals,
hamburger helper,
your hamburger helper meals, coffee creamer.
Well, that has to be refrigerated, but it's still
some of it does. But I'm actually looking into like the powdered coffee creamer, how to make it myself, and that would be shelf. I can't talk today. Shelf stable, just like any coffee creamer that you would buy off the shelf. You open it, it's the powdered stuff. I mean, it's something that you don't have to refrigerate and what have you. We're talking about getting a food dehydrator. You can make a number of things. I was just watching a video the other day on making the mashed potatoes, the instant mashed potatoes. Basically, with the instant mashed potatoes.
Shane, you're good. That's good. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I kind of figured that was my kid.
That took my breath away.
But instant mashed potatoes, for example. And if any of you all on here want the recipes for it, let me know. I'll have Jeff drop them, down in the description, or most of you have my number. Message me. You
don't make mashed potatoes with chips, buddy. Yeah, there's a way you do it. You make it into a crumble, like the powder you buy in a box, but it's made out of real homemade real potatoes.
I'm getting to that. So basically, what you do is you take your potatoes, you peel them, and you slice them like you're going to make potato chips. I mean, he's on the right path.
Right, but everybody assumes apple chips or banana chips.
Right. Or you can shred them. They say shredding them is a lot easier to dehydrate. It doesn't take as long.
It'll dry quicker.
And then what you do is you dehydrate them, and then you put them in a food processor or a blender or a coffee grinder, and you turn them into the powder that you buy in the box at the store.
Right, and then all you have to do is...
And then all you have to do, you
add
put
your
it
milk
in
and butter.
Mason jar, set it on your shelf for,
up to 5 years.
Yeah, and all you do is you either you can add water,
Hey, Shine, thanks for stopping by.
You can add milk, butter, kind of like you do with your instant mashed potatoes. I mean, it's simple. Other things that you can dehydrate and turn into, shelf stable cheese. Shredded cheese of any kind. You can dehydrate it and you can make your own cheese powder for mac and cheese. Hamburger helper.
Make it into we would turn into a liquid after the powder. You can put it on popcorn.
Yeah, you can put it. Yeah,
and you can make the powder on anything that you would use a powder on, or you could use it. You could make it into a liquid, use it for nachos, whatever.
Right.
Cheeseburgers. You can put melted cheese on liquid cheese on cheeseburgers, right? At this point, you just take lessons from the Amish. Trisha's allergic to lights anyway. Halfway there. yeah, we get along with that with the lights. When it comes to lights, I don't argue with her about the lights.
Okay. Anyways, back to.
Hey, listen.
What I was saying.
That came from your womb.
That
has your mentality. That's why he's acting like that.
That is my spawn.
Yes,
that is definitely my spawn.
Very much so.
Listen, growing up, kid, me and electric. We didn't use it very much except for to watch TV.
But the whole point of this is being on a homestead, being on a budget. You can make these things a lot cheaper than you can. What's it cost for a box of rice roni or a box of hamburger helper? What do you say now? Don't like being called out by you. Oh, wow. But what's it cost you for a box of hamburger helper now? $3?
$4, maybe $5.
$4.
Depending on which one you get. If you get the hamburger helper, it's closer to $4, $5, $5. And if you get the generic,
is something you can buy.
You can make an abundance of it.
And cheap. Hey, Jason. Forgot you were in here, but thanks for stopping by.
Okay, you spelled Shane's name wrong, and he's going to kill you for that.
However you spell it, I'm tired. He just got back from the gym. He's wore out.
So, I got a book.
You see what's on the front there, right? Y'all see that? Y'all see that, right? Y'all see that, right? Hold on. Wait. Let's do it together. Come on, you ready? Yeah, see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, I got a book, and I've been going through, I Google it.
The other side of my cup.
I Google it. I go on YouTube, and I found a lot of recipes. I'm gonna go through some, maybe all. Brown.
Jason, you're funny.
Brown gravy. You buy the brown gravy packets. Some are 98 cents. Some are $1 something. I mean, the last time I bought brown gravy, I paid $1.17 for the packet. The little packet. These.
All right, 1 second. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to go use the bathroom with the dog out because he's whining. Be nice to her, please. This is her first time all alone. Well, last time I left her all alone, she panicked and
I panicked.
And wanted to call darkness out on me.
Yeah, but
so take it easy on her.
These here you can make in bulk, so that you can you have them and you don't have to constantly be buying them and what have you. Most of the recipes that I have are bulk recipes. Like I said, I have one here for brown gravy. Like I said, anybody who has my number, if you want the recipes, give me a call. I'll comment. Leave it in the comments. I'll have Jeff, put, I don't know. I can't put I could probably have him put it in or show me how to put it in, and I'll put a couple of them down there if y'all want them. Like I said, brown gravy mix. I have one for country gravy. Taco seasoning. Taco seasoning is a big thing for a lot of people. A lot of people love tacos. So, I mean, I'm not sure. It makes a bulk. You can double these batches. You can triple these batches. You can cut it in half and what have you. But like I said, I mean, a lot of these I have for Italian dressing mix, ranch dressing mix. This here you can actually turn into ranch dressing itself. You know, buttermilk powder, garlic powder, onion powder, dill, dried dill, parsley, chives, salt. No, not this one's not the one that you can turn into dressing. I have one for dressing. But you know, I use ranch dressing mix for, you know, a lot of seasonings and what have you. What the hell is that supposed to mean, Jason?
What do you say?
There's a difference between traditional tacos and white people tacos. Okay, I don't know. Anyways,
Don't be racist on my channel, please.
Yeah, we're not racist on this channel. Stop. Onion powder, chili seasoning. I make in the wintertime, I make a lot of chili. And I run out of chili powder, you know, chili seasoning a lot.
So we use chili seasoning just in our hamburger.
Yeah, I mean, I use a lot of seasonings, and you know, for like my meatloaf and my hamburgers, and you know, when I fry chicken, pork chops, whatever. I have one in here for sea salt or seasoned salt. Seasoned salt's a big thing in this house. I have for beef stew mix. I mean, you can find, you know, fajita seasoning, rib rub. I have a recipe in here for cheeseburger mac and cheese. You know, beef stroganoff, lasagna hamburger helper. You can put as much seasoning in it as you want. I mean, you can alter these recipes by putting in more of one, less of another. Like, you can make it to be your own. Yeah, like I said, I mean, you can, let's go back here. Let me see. For like your seasoned salt. Your seasoned salt calls for 2 tablespoons of salt. You don't have to put 2 tablespoons of salt in there. You can put 1 tablespoon of salt, and the rest of it can be, you know, your paprika. It's paprika, sugar, garlic powder, onion powder, and turmeric. You can put, like I said, you can change it up to fit your, you know, what you need. If if you have to have less salt intake, if you have to have more of something else or less of something else.
Or you can use that new salt. That's stuff for people with high blood pressure.
Right. I have, like I said, I have a lot of recipes in here to make your own. I have to make your own chicken gravy, your own Alfredo sauce. I have scalloped potato mix, au gratin. I even went as far as homemade hot chocolate. I have one for a chai latte mix. I have for cheddar and broccoli soup, potato soup, rice-a-ronis, your chicken, your beef, your Spanish rice. I have for French fry seasonings. A lot of you guys out there, put French fry seasonings on your French fries. I have that. And like I said, you can adjust these recipes to however you need to, less salt, more pepper, less garlic powder, onion powder, more, whatever. You guys can adjust them to whatever. I have one in here for Montreal steak seasoning, barbecue seasoning. I have pumpkin pie spice. And like I said, you can make these in bulk, store them in mason jars. I have a recipe in here for apple butter, crock pot apple butter.
Yes, Chiggers, the gravy is expensive now. And that's why we're talking about doing this, because all this stuff here that she's going to be talking about is stuff you can buy, the Walmart brand, things to mix it with that are cheap. and it keeps the prices down, and you can make an abundance of it.
You can go to Sam's Club and you can get your onion powder, your garlic powder. You can get them in the big containers. Costco as well. You can get them in the big containers, and you can make multiple different, with one container. Okay, say you go and you buy your onion powder, your garlic powder. Hold on a minute. Let me go back here. Your pepper, your paprika. If you buy all that in bulk from like Sam's Club, you can make multiple different spices with, listen, me and Jeff used to buy in bulk onion powder, garlic powder, pepper, salt, paprika, and we used to make our own. What was that called?
Oh, SPG.
SPG.
Salt, pepper, garlic.
And I used to make it all the time.
Oh, we will again here. Just ain't hadn't.
I also have, like, if you guys like popsicles, I have for.
So being Britt, thanks for stopping by, guys.
Orange creamsicles, strawberry. I have fudgesicles, and then I get into my coffee creamers. I haven't looked up the powdered coffee creamers yet. But a lot of these I have are the stuff that you put in the fridge.
These ones are liquid to go in the fridge. We're also going to have ones for powder, ones that you can put in a mason jar and put on right on the shelf. Like I said, for 5 years. Like again, not to cut you off, but just want to reiterate, all these things are going to, yes, they're going to cost you money. No fakes allowed, right, Cheyenne? All these things that you're going to buy, you buy in bulk. Yes, technically they're going to cost you a little bit of money.
But in the end, it's going to save you money.
Because what do we pay for? What do we pay for salt and pepper? Like $2-3?
Something like that.
Right. But if I buy a big container, it's $5-6. But that'll last me all these recipes.
That'll give me enough to do all the recipes that I have in here for my multiple different, for my Montreal steak seasoning, my brown gravy, my taco seasoning, my Italian dressing.
So these are things that'll last you. Like you can make a quart-sized jar, a mason jar full of these. It'll last you. 8 months compared to what a normal seasoning.
You pay $5-6 normal seasoning things are only, when you buy them from Walmart, they're only literally this big. You pay $2-3 for one of those, and you get, depending on how much and we use seasonings a lot. Every time we cook, we use.
I'm big on
seasonings. So one of those containers that are this big will literally only last me, if I'm lucky, a month. I flavor everything. Yeah, we did
overnight oats too. Those are good. Yeah, that's another way you can do it.
But like I have coffee creamers that the liquid coffee creamers that you have to put in your fridge and stuff. Like I have the Italian sweet cream, the hazelnut mocha, peppermint mocha, caramel, chocolate peanut butter, and pumpkin spice. Those are your liquid ones. Like I said, I have to look up the powdered ones, but I know the powdered ones are made with powdered milk.
Right.
And then you buy your little seasonings, like your pumpkin. It's powdered milk and something else. I did look them up. I just didn't get a chance to write them down. It's like powdered milk and something else to, make it, and then you add your seasonings, your spices to it. Like, for pumpkin spice, you would do ginger and cinnamon, and your allspice has all that in it. So, if you use your allspice, or even like if you're making the pumpkin pie creamer, the pumpkin creamer, you use pumpkin pie spice. That has that has your ginger, your cinnamon, your nutmeg, and all that in it already. That it, it's like I said, it's going to cost you in the beginning,
but in the
long run, it's going to
you're saving tons and tons of money.
Because if you go and you spend, say you go and spend $100 on getting all these seasonings and what have you to make your seasonings, you're going to end up with so much, you can buy mason jars the big mason jars, you can make enough to fill one of your like 16.
Sorry, Shane and Cheyenne talking, and it's making me laugh. You're gonna have to go way back up here.
Okay, but are we swearing?
Yeah, they're loud. I mean, just as long as it's not bad. It's not the bad words. But the whole point is when you make these seasonings, right, you can add them to it involves the rice-a-roni, the hamburger helper, all those things you add to those, and you can make everything you buy on the shelf for $5-6. You can make 100 times over for $10.
Now, with your rice-a-ronis and stuff, your rice-a-roni calls for vermicelli. It's those little noodles. When you first make your rice-a-roni, you have to put the contents of the rice, the rice and the vermicelli noodles in, and then you fry them in butter and what have you. Instead of buying vermicelli noodles, you can use spaghetti noodles
and just break
them down into the little tiny pieces, like the vermicelli, and put them in with your rice. And and when you're making your rice-a-roni or your beef-a-roni or whatever, I would recommend like your seasonings, like you put your rice and your vermicelli or your little spaghetti noodles, put them in your jar, and then when you make your seasoning for it, get baggies.
Like Ziploc bags.
Ziploc baggies. Right. Make your powdered stuff and then put it on top. This way, if you wanna vacuum seal the jar itself, you don't have to worry about the powder sucking up into your vacuum sealer. And it'll keep fresh. It'll keep fresh on the shelf 2, 3, maybe 4 or 5 years, as long as it's vacuum sealed and it doesn't got no air in it. I mean,
right,
rice.
A lot of that with rice, the noodles, the dry seasonings, you can just put in the jar technically and don't even have to vacuum seal it, and it'll still stay shelf stable. Why is that word so hard?
I know, because it's 2 S's. Shelf
stable for a long period of time. Think about how long you can keep a box of rice-a-roni in your cupboard.
In your cupboard, right?
You know what I mean? When you can, like I said, and I recently gone on a low carb diet, but rice is good. Rice is a good carb. There's a difference between carbs. People always want to say carb. Certain carbs are good for you. Rice is a good carb. It's like potatoes are a good carb as long as you're not eating too much of it.
And like I said, I mean, a lot of this, like we're like I said, we're thinking about getting a dehydrator. Like for your cheeseburger mac, the powdered cheese, you can make the powdered cheese, with the dehydrator. All you have to do is dehydrate the cheese, and then, like I said, you either put it in a blender, you can put it in a coffee grinder.
Which I was looking at those. A little coffee grinder is like $20.
Right. You put it in there and you make it into powder, and then you put it in a jar and you mark it what it is. And, like when we buy a dehydrator,
right. Salsa's good too, bud.
I'm going to make a lot of, I'm going to dehydrate a lot of things. Like I said, I'm going to make instant potatoes, my own cheese sauce that, you just add water.
And chicken, that's another thing we want to get a dehydrator for our garden. Things that we can dehydrate and we can make shelf stable. Being off grid, yes, we'll have power, we'll have electricity, not grid power mainly. We may have some grid power at some point, but at this point, when we first moved, being on a budget, doing all these things, we're looking at ways to keep things
shelf stable without having to freeze them, refrigerate them. This way we can keep them in a container and we don't have to worry about them going bad.
Right, because anybody knows, what is one of your most expensive bills is electricity.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if you can cut out a lot of that and keep your food good and have meals, I mean, their meals ready to go. Dump it right out of the jar into some water. And you got your spices that she is making. You put those in with your certain meal, a $1 bag of noodles. You'll make 2-3 meals with the spices that she's giving you. that she's making. So there's 3 meals on a couple dollars.
I even found on, looking up this stuff and what have you, I've looked to see how to make your own brown sugar. Do you know that brown sugar, all it is plain white sugar and molasses?
Molasses, I thought that was crazy.
You mix it together and there is your brown sugar. Powdered sugar, listen, this blew my mind when I found this out. Powdered sugar, all it is white sugar. You put it in a coffee grinder and turn it into powder. That's your powdered sugar. Just grind it down a little bit further, and that's your powdered sugar. Like, you can make your own shelf-stable everything. Listen, YouTube has been my best friend for a while. Google is, good. You type in DIY seasonings or DIY. Just the other day, I typed in DIY coffee creamers. And that's how I got all my coffee creamer recipes and what have you. Yes, the coffee creamer recipes that I found, you do have to cook them a little bit, but you don't boil them, because if you do, you're going to scald your milk. But you heat it up until your milk starts to steam and your sugar melts and everything is smooth, and then you add in whatever. Okay, say you want let's take peppermint mocha. Peppermint mocha is one of my favorite coffee creamers. Basically, all it is half and half. Heavy cream, sugar, and then you put those on the stove. You cook them until the milk starts to steam. You mix it and make sure that your sugar is, everything is smooth. There's no granules left. And then you add cocoa powder and peppermint extract. That is peppermint mocha coffee creamer.
And then we learned together, but I was showing you, now I know it's one of my favorites. I know it's one of Dominic's favorites, Cheyenne. I know a lot of the kids like it. Growing up was orange creamsicle, not freeze pops. What do they call them? Popsicles.
An orange creamsicle.
Okay, all you do, you go on Amazon and buy the molds for the popsicles, and all it is orange Jello,
boiling water, heavy whipping cream. You guys can pause it and go back and get the recipe, write it down.
Go ahead.
I also have one that's for butter. Can make my own butter.
Right. You make treats, you make snacks. There's all kinds of things you can make.
Go back and pause it and write them down.
This is how you live on a budget when you want to go off grid like us. We're going from the city to, Homestead.
Fudge stickle.
Come in. It's Corey. I guarantee it.
Oh, God. Crash.
Hey, Crash.
We figured we'd crash the live.
Oh, Lord.
We come to crash the live.
Oh, Lord. They come to crash my live. But, yeah, there's a lot of things you can do. You know what I mean? And it keeps it cheap. It keeps things down price-wise, because running a refrigerator, it's not much. It doesn't cost much, but you got to run a generator, a solar generator.
Crashing live.
Oh, jeez.
We're crashing. We're crashing.
Somebody's calling you now.
We're crashing live.
Everybody say hi.
Hi. Everybody. We crashed this. I'd like to thank my mom. I'd like to thank my friends for being here.
But yeah.
Hey, everybody.
It keeps prices down. It keeps things cheap.
Hi, guys. How is things? Crashing live.
More people crashing live.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, my God.
People are crazy.
It's the night for crashing. What do you know?
I'm saying, you never know what you're going to get in this channel. I'm telling you.
No,
sometimes we have guests. Sometimes we have guests we don't know we're going to have.
I'm the better looking one, just so everybody knows.
Say hi, Angel.
We were doing some resin crafts and we decided to come crash you.
Oh, nice. But like I said, there's a
Get your ugly face.
there's always a way. There's a way to keep things cheap. There's a way to keep things, to where you can just pick it off the shelf. A lot of back in the old days, you didn't have refrigerators and freezers and things that you could just walk through and get it done. And this way, you keep your money down and you keep your expenses down, and you can feed your family for cheap. And that was the whole point in wanting to do that, because we wanted to think of ways to save money and be able to survive. At first we're not.
We're holding this man hostage. Give me all your money.
You got it all, buddy. It's all yours.
All right, give it to me.
All right, it's out there. She has it.
Okay, we're crashing. Told you I'm crashing it.
But yeah, and there's lots of different things you can do, and you don't realize. Go get them. You can go say hi. You don't realize how much it'll save you in the long run.
No, stop.
And that's that's the fun part in it all.
Hi, Jeff.
Hey, how's it going?
All right. How's life?
Oh, it's going. How's yours?
It's good.
Heard you were grounded.
Yeah.
Yeah, always, right?
Yeah.
She's always grounded. It's all right.
You remember Nicholas, Lisa's kid?
Who?
Hey, Chat.
But yeah, so it boils down to what you like, what you don't like. Like dehydrator, they're cheap. We're looking at dehydrator, a small dehydrator for like $40. Yes, like I said, it costs a little bit of money. But like Chicker's the same with all your fruits and vegetables and things like that. You can can them, you can dehydrate them. We were looking into a freeze dryer, but those are a little more expensive. I mean, they eventually paid for themselves in the end, but $2,000-$3,000 they can't afford right now.
All right, I'm joining this.
Then there's this
All right,
guy
so what
here
we
who
talking
needs a
about?
haircut.
What? Oh God, what we talking about?
I know.
Smells your dog.
It's been a
Oh.
while. How you doing?
Oh God.
But yeah,
Hi YouTube. I'm the best thing here so far.
the whole point is want to keep down on your electricity, because you have generators that run gas or propane or solar or what have you. I mean, and if you can keep down on that, then you're saving money. You're saving money everywhere.
Whoa, that's really cool, Jeff.
It is, isn't it?
Everybody has more.
You should listen to this guy. He's
Yeah.
really cool.
Well, I try to be.
I've known this man for about.
He says howdy.
Hi.
I know. I didn't.
I've known this man for about 10 years.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, 10, 11 years. Unfortunately
Well,
for you.
What?
Jackson was only 6 months old. Roughly.
Oh, yeah, something. I don't know. He was,
It was early.
Long
Get
time
out of my
ago.
butt. Silly monk.
But yeah, because my problem
Okay,
is
guys,
like
rate my fit.
Shut up, Nick.
Rate my
oh
fit.
my Lord, have mercy. But the whole point is
All right, let's go home.
you see all
But
the
I'm
time.
chilling here now. I just got comfortable.
Well, you're in Trish's seat. She'll sit right on you. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Trish has got to get ready for work to relieve Daddy.
Oh yeah.
All right. So I'm part of this live now. Okay. So
Oh, God.
what we talking about?
Well, if you're going to be part of the live, you should know that already.
He hasn't seen your
All right,
live.
give me the script.
There is no script. We just got to go off the hip.
Okay, so
They're
gas prices. Am I right?
Get
Yeah.
out of here.
they're basically wanting to live off the land.
The recipe book. What is the recipe book?
Yes, the recipe book. Hi, Nicholas. Tina said hi, Nicholas.
Hi.
Yeah, speaking of Tina, Trish found a hazelnut creamer that she can make too, Tina. Homemade. You and your hazelnut.
Okay, who here's watched the new season of My Hero Academia?
No one
Oh, Oh,
Well, you'll
wants
have to
that.
go back and look at it.
These are older people.
Old.
My kids and older people, my age, and your mom's age, and
All right.
people are trying to live life.
You don't want to say it.
So, ladies, I am single.
You have your mom.
And it's probably going to stay that way. Don't do that.
That's why I
I
just
can
went.
make him a pillow kitty.
But yes, my biggest beef is people that saying that they're living on a budget. We talked about this before,
Yeah. That
and
point.
they're driving around $100,000 cars and
They're driving their Tesla.
right talking about just to get views on YouTube and
Oh my god, I'm living on such a budget. Meanwhile, I love my Tesla.
I taught.
100 plus days a year, 13 years. Wow, snowboarding. I've never learned how to snowboard.
That's cool.
I tried it once and almost broke my neck, so I can't really.
Well, I can see why.
Can you see why?
You're kind of like the big
It's all
snowball.
out of the world.
You're kind of the big snowball in the
Yeah,
way.
they're
So
roll
like,
over
makes
you.
sense why it didn't work. I'm a good host, guys.
Lessons
Right?
are gold. Yeah, I bet they are.
Guys, I'm the best host here, right? I'm the best guest ever. Can we all agree?
Watch out, electrician, because she's got to finish talking.
I gotta go, guys.
She's got to finish explaining all her things. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Appreciate it. Angel, say bye.
Bye.
Everybody say bye.
Bye.
Crazy people. I don't know who they are. They just walked in my house.
Well, that's what happens when you have an open door service.
Yeah, you know how that is. My door's always
We have
open.
an open door policy, huh?
My door's open. But those of you that didn't give us a thumbs up, you leave a thumbs up in the live for us. Really appreciate it. It helps the channel, helps us be able to make more videos and make more lives. Again, I'm reiterate, we're going to be live every Monday and Thursday at 6 p.m. We're going to come up with different topics to talk about that have something to do with us, our prep, ways to save money, ways to do things. I'm not getting off yet because I still have my rant to have yet. I'm not sure if Trisha's done with her cookbook or what. But, I mean, she's just starting on it, but she's done with you guys. Because, you know, anytime we can save money, that's our whole goal. With the way the world is nowadays, prices of food are skyrocketing. You know, we're learning how to can, how to, you know, dehydrate, things like that to save money. And being off grid, you don't want to use, you know, again, you save money by not using all the gas, by using all the electricity. It makes things a lot easier. You can just store it. A lot of the rice-a-roni meals, you get a big bag of rice. Right, for low overhead living, right. That's a good thing for Go get them, Odin. Go get them. Go. Sorry, my dog was whining because he wants to go visit everybody. And it's true. At first, everybody's like, you know, being off grid, you know, it costs a little bit of money at first to get started. But once you get started, it's kind of like gliding. It's kind of like just smooth sailing. You know what I mean?
I'm open to suggestions for new hair products.
Right? We're all about the laugh out loud around here, chiggers. That's one of my favorite sentences. My kids text me, my friends, everybody, they know laugh out loud is one of my favorite words to use. But, you know, you spend a little bit of money in the beginning to get to where you're going, and then it's just kind of smooth sailing because everything you have, everything's redundant. It repeats itself over and over again easily for you. So you save money. You don't have to go to the grocery store as much. You don't have to do things as much. You want to, you know, like the spices that she's telling you guys, you use a lot of those in with these rice-a-ronis, with these hamburger helpers, and a $1 bag of macaroni, whatever kind of noodles you want. And you figure how much in the long run that saves you. You have a gallon jar, or of course, it'd be a quart jar of seasonings to make, you know, hamburger helper, rice-a-roni. You can get a 25-pound bag of rice at Sam's Club for like $30. That 25-pound bag will last you probably close to a year this way. Then you can buy noodles. Okay, noodles $1 a bag. You know what I mean? You figure a bag of noodles will feed almost 3 people, 4 people if you have to stretch it. And then the seasonings that you made that are saving you money, they're going to last you 8 months, 9 months, maybe longer. It's just so much smarter. And you go to the store and buy these powder creamers, $8, $9. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a big coffee drinker. I know. You know what I mean? You're right. Less trip. Right. When you buy in bulks, less trips, less gas. Right. What?
My iPad.
Your iPad is. It was over here.
You know, it was sitting on the.
I haven't been here recently.
What the big buttons? I don't know. Did you take it out there or something with you?
No.
With your book? You had it with your book.
My book's right here.
Your book? Mine.
I don't know. I don't see your iPad. Dude.
Boys, I'm back.
Look
And
at-
girls.
She's looking for her. There you go. Trish lost her iPad. Now she's.
Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest thing that's ever came to this channel. Me. I know.
But then on the other hand, like I said, you got a lot of people out there that say that, you know, they're living on a budget, you know, on these YouTube channels, and that's all I see is all, you know, living on a budget, and You don't really.
You can be our comment reader.
That's Trish.
Oh well. Looks like Angel's that for right now.
Yeah.
Hi guys. Hi. I'm back.
Yeah. So the point of the matter is, it's all about saving money. Like, you know, when I was his age, you know, things were 10 times less expensive.
Wasn't things like a quarter?
No, it wasn't that. Not that old.
Oh, okay. So like
Gas was $1 a gallon. Like a little, right around $1.99.
bro. Okay, like a couple days
When I
ago, we
started
bought
driving.
gas, like maybe like 10 gallons or something. And it was like $40, 40
Yeah,
to
it's like
60
$40.
bucks.
It's like $4 a gallon now. That's like food. You know what I mean? So we pay $400 every 2 weeks for food for me, Trish, and Jackson. You know what I mean? Like, it's insane when I can save so much more money by doing the discount.
Have you seen what bread is like now? Like a loaf
yeah.
of bread is like $6.
Back when I was a kid, you get a loaf of bread for $1.
Back when I was
Not a
younger,
kid,
it was
but,
like
younger,
maybe
when I was first being an adult.
Even when I was younger, it was like I was born in like 2009. So like back when it like 2013, it was like $1. Even back then, but like as soon as like after the pandemic, everything went.
Oh, right before the pandemic, though, but it's going up every year.
I think
things
like
go up.
2017.
Yeah, everything goes up through the years, but it started to go crazy lately. You know what I mean? And it's been out of control. And then on the other half of my story that I want to get on to is, there. You know, I watch YouTube a lot. I do a lot of research on
Same.
all the things that I want to talk about, all the things
children,
that I deal with. Yes,
I gotta get back to my live.
yes, please help.
But I'm the best thing that came to this.
Yes, please come help me. This dog is going crazy.
We want to
But-
stay here for a little bit.
Oh,
The
I
best
mean,
thing on this live.
Someone
All
can
right,
help
well,
me.
best
Hi,
thing on this live, get up
everybody.
So I can sit. All right, you can sit.
See, I even gave you a warning. Hey, crash. So, and then you heard the horn.
Yeah, I thought maybe Carly was here. Carly does that. She's on her way back to school.
All
That's why
right.
she's already in Pittsburgh.
Now there's 4 of us. Just 4 of us. Just 4
Oh,
of us.
wait. Adjustment. Okay.
Like the live if you get that reference. Because you're cool if you get the
All right,
reference.
This is
So-
what happens when you leave your door open.
Yeah, don't leave your door open. I'm
Don't-
starting to
don't
lock it
But
from
see,
now
door
on.
here's the
open.
worst thing. When we're all working together,
Oh,
I would technically wouldn't see her till later.
Oh yeah, this is the one that I work with.
yeah, that's Lisa.
That I reference Lisa
This
all
is
the time.
Nicholas, and the other one's
Nicholas
Angel.
and then
There's
Angel.
the
Angel.
one that's supposed to be on the hill.
Yeah, they're up on the hill. Yeah.
Smoke.
Yeah, because of Nicholas.
What the heck did I do?
That was my nose.
Again, can everybody give a thumbs up to our live so help the channel a lot? I appreciate it. There's 13
Why
people
are
here. We
you
got
doing
8 likes, 8 thumbs up. And if you're
Thumbs
new,
up if
new-
you're not a
If
loser.
you're new, drop a subscribe. I promise you, we do all kinds of crazy things on this channel. This
If
was
you
unexpected.
really subscribe to here, I'll come back again.
Well, don't subscribe then.
Subscribe.
I'm sitting there and I'm like,
No, we
If
will
you
take-
subscribe, I'll come back. The best thing in this.
Oh, there's
life.
Tim. There's Tim. That's their dad and her husband.
yeah, that's Tim.
Get out of
I'm
here.
heading home.
He's at work.
I'm not.
That's the other one they work
I'm
with.
staying
Yeah,
here.
I actually have to, leave here soon to go relieve him from work.
Go
so.
relieve me tomorrow. Don't worry.
Yeah, they switched up on you tonight, huh?
Yeah,
See, not only did they change things on us, they changed things on you.
right.
See, don't like change. I'm too old for change. Holy moly.
Okay, Nicholas, get out of my house.
All right, everybody, let's get home.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you later. Thanks
All right,
for stopping
guys.
by.
I love you, live. I love
Subscribe, like, follow.
you. My messages are open if any of you want to date me.
Okay,
And there'll be 0.
great. Bye, guys.
Go back. You're welcome, buddy.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, that was unexpected. I didn't realize that we were going to have company today, but that's unexpected guest. See, my house is kind of like, that boss you say has an open door policy.
We have an open door
We
policy.
literally have an open door policy. My door never locks. I mean, I figured like this. If you want to come in my house
And I don't know you.
and I don't know you, then, well, if you know, you know, but
Right.
you'll know if you come to my house and I don't know you. But either way.
Okay, so I got a new thing today also.
Oh, yes, you got to show this off before we
I have to
get into my
because
couple-minute rant here.
it's just so gorgeous. I'm going to take it out of the case real quick. because
It just pops out.
it just doesn't do it any justice without it being out of the case. So
Oh, my case.
I'm
Oh,
telling
broke
you, I'm telling you guys, I mean, this now we got a phone plan through T-Mobile. And these here, it came up that we could add a line. So I decided to add a line. And when we added a line, we were able to get iPads.
Well, that's not true.
That is true.
That's not true. We've been paying. Our funds are basically paid off.
Our phones are paid off.
We paid what 2 years on them,
2 years.
and now we added the iPads. We'll pay them off.
And yeah, it's the cutest little thing.
That's one of her pictures. You gotta get close. You gotta get close to the screen.
Oh, wait.
There, I'll help you with that. You gotta get like real close for them to see it because of the light.
That's one of my screen here. I'll open it up.
What color would you all call that? I don't know. She says it's not pink.
I don't think it's pink. It's supposed to be pink.
It's got like a metallic pink to it. I don't know. I'm colorblind. If anybody knows me, they know that.
But yeah, that's my new toy.
But we're going to have a lot more recipes coming. And if anybody, whether you're here in the live or you come in later and you see this, drop a comment in the comments, and I can give you any recipe that we have.
I mean, I can even go back in the comments and I can type them in. And, like I said, I mean, they're really simple. Okay, here's my taco seasoning. I mean, it's literally all those ingredients, and then you just mix them together. That's it. I mean, like I said, in the beginning, yes, it's going to cost for you to buy the stuff that you need to make it, but in the long run, it's going to save you from having to buy it constantly.
Right, because you're going to make such an abundance of it, it's going to be able to sit on your shelf for a year. You don't have to worry about it. Yeah, Chiggers, whenever I started working, minimum wage was $3.75, and then it went to $4.25.
When I started working, minimum wage was $3.25, and I'm only 6 months older than he is.
She's lying. You know how women lie about their age. Don't listen to her.
I was born.
I'm only 21.
I was born January of 1980. I am 45 years old.
I'm only 21.
I am 6 months older than him.
I'm only 21, y'all.
I mean, my gray hair from the kids, that doesn't, that doesn't help.
Yes, it's in the beard, but honestly, I've had gray hairs in my goatee since I started growing it when I was 16. So, that doesn't count.
I've had gray hair since I was 16.
But back to the rant that I want to go on here. Like I was saying, I do a lot of research on YouTube, Google, anywhere you can find it. I'm looking for, information about, homesteading on a budget. And I'm so sick and tired of seeing these channels that are sponsored by Jackery and, everybody else, not that I have a problem with sponsorships, but don't try to push these sponsored, they have, most of them I've seen so far lately have been, solar generators or what I call them solar generators, what they call power banks, what have you. And they're $3,000-$4,000 power banks. Oh, this is great for your homestead or, run your whole house on. I don't know anybody on a budget that can afford $3,000 or $4,000 for a generator. It just doesn't work that way. Yes, you can afford that generator because it was sponsored to you. It was given to you for free. And yes, you're probably getting paid for talking about, this generator. And I get that. And that's fine. You know what I mean? And I respect that. But don't act like this is, like everybody should have one. The average Joe should have one just for a regular power outage. And you're, these prices are out of this world. I keep hearing noises, Odin. Out of this world. Anywhere from $1,500 for a small one up to $4,000. Yeah, that's just not something that every average Joe on a budget can afford right away. I know I can't afford to take $4,000 out of my budget for a generator. You know what I mean? So there's smaller ones, obviously, and ones that we have found, there's Blue Eddies and there's smaller ones and there's the big ones. But come on now, I mean, like, again, how are you going to say that you're a YouTube channel with homesteading on a budget or any kind of channel on a budget of some sort, but you're walking around with robotic lawnmowers,
All right.
and $4,000 power banks,
Or even
hey, prepared.
Or even, your tractors.
We went on a rant about that before, about the tractors and the cars and your wife don't work, you don't work, your kids are homeschooled, and but you're advertising that you're homesteading on a budget, that you're or whatever channel on a budget to get the average Joe to come view your channel, because we think, oh, when I first started this, whole idea of wanting to, start a homestead, and I knew, it was going to be on a budget, obviously. We don't have tons of money or equity in our house and what have you. So I knew that it was going to be a slow process.
I work paycheck to paycheck.
And it's going to take time. And it takes a little bit of money here and a little bit of money there. There's a couple YouTubers out there that I've seen. Like, I don't remember the one guy's name. Is an older guy, Pops or something.
Right.
He's building his daughter and his grandson a shed to house, and they're doing it. It does a paycheck to paycheck. This paycheck they bought cement for the footers, and next paycheck they bought some wood, to start framing, the floorboards out and the structure. And there is some out there, don't get me wrong, but then there's a lot of them that aren't like me and you, aren't living on a budget, aren't struggling paycheck. Well, I won't say we struggle, because we don't struggle. You know what I mean? To us, we struggle.
I mean, sometimes we do.
Yeah, but
that's our fault.
But to us, we struggle. But to there's people out there that have it a lot worse than we do.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we can do the things that we're doing now. We're not struggling.
Yeah.
And we can pay our bills and buy things to prep with.
Right.
Prep for our trip. Then we're not struggling. You know what I mean? There are people out there that struggle hard. So it just irritates me that you appeal to the average Joe with these sponsored things you get there. I'm looking up $2,000-$3,000, and it's just like, you don't, but they don't, obviously they're not going to say that in there. And you're getting all these, drawing people in to watch this, all these likes. So not only are you getting paid for the sponsorship, but then you got a sponsored item that's worth $2,000-$3,000. Now you could be, all the likes and views you're getting from YouTube. You're making money from that. And I get that's how you make a living. I get that. Don't get me wrong. I have no problem with people making a living off of YouTube. But my problem is misguiding people, acting like you're not doing as good as you are doing. That you're a small channel and you're a small budget, and you go on there and they got 2 brand new cars, 2 side by sides, $100,000 tractor, 40 acres and it's paid off. 20 cows, 10 pigs, 20 chicken. You're not, you know what I mean? And you've only been doing it for 2 or 3 years. You're not struggling that hard. You know what I'm saying? The one channel that I watched, that really kind of set me off was, oh, we're hooking up water today. You know what I mean? And they went out and bought, I think it was like $8,000 worth of PEX line. I know personally from my budget, $8,000 worth of water line, yes, it's going to be needed, but those is going to take time. That's going to take, paycheck to paycheck. You know what I mean? Take a little bit from here, buy a little bit now, buy the next paycheck, buy a little bit more.
And then you got to buy the stuff to piece it together, because you can't afford to buy it all at one clip. So, you buy so much line that you need, and then so much couplings, and then the next pay so much line. This way you
work on one project little by little, and that's just the way it's going to work. But don't come out and say like, you're this struggling homesteader, and
and you're really not.
You're really not. You're getting all these sponsored items, because a lot of people, you don't realize, these sponsored items that are $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. They're running the video. And they're getting paid by YouTube, they're getting paid by the sponsor, or you're getting the item for free. Number one, either they keep it and it's a $2,000 or $3,000 item, or they, after the video's over, they go and sell it. So you know what I mean. You're not struggling. I have 72 or 73 subscribers right now. I'm a small channel. We live on a budget. We are preparing to start a homestead on a budget. And come May, we'll be out of here. And we're going to see every step of the way, the drive there. The minute our feet touch our land, you're going to see every step of the way, every tree I cut, every hole I dig, everything I buy is going to be on this channel because I want it to be real. That was the whole point in this.
And if you're new here, you can go back and see, our videos of what, we already bought. Yes, we don't have a very big yard, but we do what we can to set things up and, show you guys what it is. And
like I have that generator, but it's really hard for me to run a generator here because I have neighbors 10 foot in front, 10 foot in back, 10 foot to the right.
We can do a video of the generator, but it's not going to be a video to where we run it. Because the community that we live in is just so close that,
and it's almost like sort of like we live in sort of like an HOA. It's not technically an HOA. Like we own the trailer, but they own the land. So we rent the land.
You got to abide by their rules, and that's just something that.
And if somebody, and we live, no offense, but we live by some older people that, that noise, they don't want to hear that. They're, not, they've worked all their life and, this is, they're retired and they don't want to hear generators out there running for no reason.
So if we do decide to do, a video on the generator, it'll be a video on the generator not running. We can explain to you what it takes to run it, what you can run off of it, what, take you step by step, but we just can't run it. Right.
Along with when I'm buying the solar generator that we're getting and buying solar panels, I've already done the Opus Exodus 600 that we bought. Those I can run, but solar panels you can't set up in my yard. We're not allowed. That's against the rules,
right,
of the property. We're not allowed.
We can show you. We can show you. We just can't show you.
Again, like I said last time, I'm buying a chainsaw. I want to get a gas chainsaw and I want to get a battery operated chainsaw. I can start it up for a minute or two, but I can't go around cutting trees because technically they're not mine. Technically, I rent the land, even though I own the trailer that it's on. So that's where it becomes a conflict of interest. You know what I mean? Because they change the rules like you change your clothes every day. We're not allowed to have fireworks. We're not allowed to have, so many people park here at a time, or so many people in our yard. Like it's ridiculous. But you can't have a trampoline, you can't have a pool, can't have a baby pool. You know what I mean? Even though I pay for the water. It's bad, but that's part of living this lifestyle, though. You know what I mean? And that's why we went out of it and do our own thing. But my whole point is, this is the realest, truest channel you're ever going to see. I try to be as real and as true as I can be throughout my whole life, and I teach my kids that way. And you know what I mean? I started looking into green generators after I started looking at compressed earth brick machines. No, you're right. No trees in the desert, right, buddy? I know that. We thought about that too.
No, listen, we thought about moving to like Arizona or
New Mexico.
New Mexico. No. I have to have some sort of trees. I have to.
No, it's also building material. Like you're talking about compressed brick, you can do that.
Lisa made it home.
Oh, glad you made it home. Thanks for stopping by, guys.
Literally, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for stopping by.
Not just stopping by the channel, stopping by the house.
Right, scared the crap out of us.
Right.
But you're going to get the real, true, honest review on this channel. We're not going to, I don't pull no punches. I try to do everything the way that, I was brought up blue collar. My parents, our grandparents' parents, worked every day, paycheck to paycheck. They had nice things. They lived nice, but it was because they worked paycheck to paycheck. And that's how we
were brought up.
And that's how we're going to be. You know what I mean? It's going to be work, and it's okay. And, you may not see our homestead transforming as fast as you see some of these other people on YouTube.
But that's because we are working paycheck to paycheck.
We are working on a budget. And
on literal budget.
Right. And, and that's okay. And that's okay. But, as long as you guys hang in there, I promise you it's going to be a fun ride.
I mean,
Listen.
look at it. It's going to be full of surprises. I mean, like we just said,
you never know who's going to be
you
here.
never know who's going to show up. You never know who's going to be here.
Because again, even with the Homestead, they all know.
I mean, we've had Jackson's mom on here.
Right, with Jackson's mom on
We
here.
had
Jackson's a big part of our channel.
We've had Carly, which is one of Jeff's,
Carly.
Lisa and her kids showed up tonight. I mean,
Right.
y'all seen, my son, I put him on the screen.
Right. And
My son lives up in New York, so he can't just show
drop
up.
in, or he would.
Right, or he would. But I mean, again, you never know.
I know you'll support us. I appreciate that, Lisa.
You never know who's going to show up.
And listen, the Homestead is going to be the same way. Them kids know that the door's open 24/7. Yeah, 90% of our children are grown. 99% of our children are grown.
99% of them are grown.
Yeah,
The
except
only
for
one that's not
Jackson.
grown is Jackson.
But that goes as long with friends and family. They know the door's open. Listen.
Except for Nicholas.
My door's always open to my friends and family. Nick wants to join again. I bet he does. He's goofy. He's crazy. He's fun. Nick is a wild child. But my door's always open, and friends and family, you're always welcome, and they know that. And you never know who's going to pop in.
No, you never
That's
know.
how my grandma used to say all the time. My grandma used to say, "I cooked dinner." You had a blast. I bet we did too. Thank you.
Listen, I don't know what you're going to say. My grandparents growing up, my grandpa always made extra.
My grandma always said she always had the table for an extra person. She said, because you never know who's going to
stop by.
Yeah.
And listen, I mean, that's
how
how we live. I mean, if I have it and you need it, I was always raised to give the shirt off your back no matter
and
what.
that's the other thing. The other thing that we want and we're encouraged with is the homesteading community is all about helping each other. And a lot of the homesteading communities that I see, they look out for each other. Doesn't matter what political view you have, what color you are, what race or nationality or religion or
it doesn't matter
what your sexual preference is.
It does not matter.
They look out for each other, and that's the way it should be.
I mean, I think that's how all humans should be. It doesn't matter.
Right, and that's the way,
it doesn't matter who you are.
When I was growing up, it's the way it was, but it's, we know we're not going to get into all that. We know how the world is coming nowadays. So to be in that kind of atmosphere, we want to help, and we will do anything we can for our neighbors and our fellow homesteaders and our friends and family. And you know what I mean?
Again, I was raised, someone's in trouble and they're in need, you help them the best way you can. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what you believe in.
It doesn't matter what you look like, what you believe in, or what you have. You
Right.
may have more than I do, but still need my help for something.
Right.
I'm still going to give you that help, and that's the way it should be.
And that's the way it should be.
And I teach my kids that, and that's what you're going to see on this channel.
There should be no. I'm sorry, but there should be no hate in the world.
You're going to see real, true, down to earth homesteading.
What you see is what you get.
We're not.
Seriously.
Like I say it all the time on the videos. I'm going to say it here now. I've said it 1,000 times. We don't do we're not professionals.
We are definitely not professionals.
We don't have professional production. I don't have someone behind the scenes doing thumbnails.
We were a half an hour late with our stream tonight because it didn't want to go live for us.
Right, because it was all goofy. Because when I reset the laptop, it went back to original settings, and it wanted me to use
So listen,
streaming software when I was trying to use the webcam.
Sometimes when you jump on our lives, it may say 6 o'clock. We may not get on until 6:15. We may not get on until 6:30. Tonight, we literally didn't.
Thank you, Lisa. We think you're amazing too.
We literally were supposed to be on at 6 o'clock. And I kept getting, them. Jeff kept getting messages, when are you guys going live?
I was losing my mind trying to figure out what is going on. I'm like, I know how to do this. I've done it long enough now that I should be able to,
Like we literally, listen, we are definitely nowhere near being professional.
And nor will I, like a lot of our videos, I don't edit a lot of it out because I want people to see normal people doing these everyday things, and we make mistakes. And we're not perfect, and we're gonna make mistakes, and our videos aren't gonna be perfect.
No, definitely not.
You got my dog always interrupting. Hi, Odie Bodie.
He's always whining.
Hi, Odie Bodie. Hi.
He's always a whiner.
Yep.
Come here. No, come on. Get up. Get up.
He
Get
don't
up.
like
Get up.
being in front of the camera. That's what it is, Mom. You know what I mean? But we appreciate all you guys' support. People that we know, people we don't know. Hi, Odie Brody. That must be.
I'm gonna be Jackson.
Might be Jackson.
Oh.
But what you get is what you see is what you get here, and I promise you, it's going to be real
All right,
deal.
I think he has to go outside.
Come on. Want to take him out?
Yeah.
I'll end it here in a minute or two.
Yeah, I was gonna say I gotta get ready for work too.
Yeah, you get ready for work, guys. And again, we'll be back on Thursday at 6:00, roughly. Oh, he's so cute. He is cute. Odin's my buddy. Listen, that dog, you can't complain about that dog. He's the most obedient dog you're ever gonna find in your entire life. I'm telling you right now. He's gonna love it when we move and have all that space to roam and the animals to chase and smells the smell.
Out the door like there was somebody out there.
Yeah, smells the smell. He loves to smell everything. He sniffs everything. But again, we'll be back on again Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Again, we are The Country Called Us. We are right now in the prep stages of moving from city to the homestead. And we're going to be as real as we can about the whole journey. And I'd love for you guys to follow us along with this trip. It's going to be wild. Again, as you've seen, I don't even know what's going to happen on this channel, let alone you. So stop back, drop a like, drop a follow, subscribe, comment. Tell your friends. Where did Nicholas go? Oh, he had to go home, buddy. That's Jackson, definitely. Nicholas had to go home, buddy. But listen, we're gonna be here. I don't care if this channel makes 1,000 subscribers and I get monetized or not. That's not my point in this channel. My point in this channel is to show real people doing real things and that everybody can do it. Oh, that's Jackson, Lisa. I think that's Jackson using her phone. But yeah, so I mean, if you're interested, stay for the ride. If you know someone that might be interested, let them know. And more the merrier, you know what I mean? Any ideas you guys want or any other subjects you want to talk about, let me know in the comments. Talk about anything and everything, I mean, other than religion or politics. We don't get into that.
Any of the recipes that I have.
And any of the recipes Trish has that anybody wants, or anything that you're curious about that you may want, we may be able to get. Leave a comment, and I will get back to you. I answer all the comments because I can now. It's such a small channel that I don't get that many comments that I can't answer. But even someday, if I had 10,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, I still would answer all the comments.
We may do a live on air fryer meals.
Yeah, could do a live.
I just made meatloaf in an air fryer.
Right, we just made meatloaf in an air fryer. I may do a live on air fryer meals. We have a lot we do with that too. Griddles. There's all kinds of things that we've learned.
Crock pots, Instapot.
Right, there's so many things that we've learned throughout this journey so far, and it's been not even quite 8 months, 9 months that we 10 months, but let's say a year. It's been since we've been talking about going. Odin's outside, buddy. But yeah, again, where The Country Called Us. We'll be back again Thursday at 6 p.m. Thanks for everybody stopping by. Come on, Odin. Jack wants to see you. Come on. Odin. Come on. Oh, you're all crazy. You're all wild man.
Oh, you just came in.
Odin the wild man. Odin the wild man. Say hi, Odin. Oh, he's checking out Mom. But again, guys, that's Odin. It's my dog.
What?
But yeah, like I said, sorry about that. I keep getting sidetracked.
All right, lay down.
But all right, guys, we're gonna get off here for tonight. Appreciate everybody for stopping by. Thanks for all the thumbs up and likes. Like I said, any recipes you need, anything you might want, anything you want to talk about, drop in the comments. I'll answer them, and we'll get on it. I promise.
Maybe on the next live, by that point in time. When I go to work tonight, I'm going to do some more research on the powdered coffee creamers and stuff like that. Like I said, if anybody wants any of the recipes, let me know. I'm going to have Jeff show me how to put some things in the comments. This way, if you want them, you can go back and get them. Like I said, I showed a couple of them. Go back pause it, write it down.
Quick and easy.
Yeah, quick and easy. Like I said,
Copy and paste. If it gets to be too big, I can get a downloadable. If it gets to be too many comments, which I doubt it will be, but we can make a downloadable link.
I mean, and like I said, I'm doing all this so that we have what we need,
and we want to share that with other people. So because I know when we started, that was one of our biggest fears is starting on a budget, not knowing these things, not understanding what it takes. And you have people out there saying, "Oh, you don't want to do this; it's too hard. You don't want to do that; it's too hard. It's too expensive. You need this, you need that, you need this. You'll never be able to afford it." And right on YouTube, right on things, you know what I mean? Like people say, we want to show people that it can be done. We're just average people doing average things, and we want to show the average people that it can be done. If this is something you decide you want to do, it can be done. Like I was watching a YouTuber the other night, and he said, you reach a certain age in life where you just need a reset. You got to hit the reset button and do something different. And that's kind of where we're at right now. We're hitting that reset button and want to do something different. You got me looking up there. What's up there? You got me.
Jackson's lights.
Oh, Jackson's little lights. Mm-hmm. That you got them. But all right, guys, we're gonna get off here. I said it like 10 times. It was lovely having everybody. We will see you again Thursday at 6 p.m. ish. I'm sure it'll be
ish.
It will be better. We'll be better Thursday. I got the laptop running.
Who are demons? Wait.
Demons.
Who are demons?
I got the laptop running. The iPad's going. I can now use the laptop full time.
Yes, because I got my iPad.
She got her iPad, so I can use the laptop full time. So it won't be so hard for me to. I'm gonna have to set it up on one and then try to retrieve it on another and have this problem again, guys. I apologize again, but again, like I said, we're not professionals, nor do we try to be. You're gonna see the real deal here. But all right, guys, peace out.
Have a nice day.
All right, talk to you guys later.